Dear Calvary family, I come to you from our rich, beautiful, historic sanctuary that I know all of us miss so dearly. Given all that is happening in our national, church, and common life, I wanted to take a moment to check in with you. Since my last letter and video a couple of weeks ago, we have formed the Reimagine and Re-Entry Task Force, which has met twice to begin the work of reimagining church for a time of pandemic and work on our plan for re-entering this sanctuary. The members of the task force are listed in an email you have received. The task force has jumped into its work with creativity, sensitivity, and urgency. We hope to have a draft plan to present to the bishop and the vestry in a couple of weeks, though at this time we cannot predict a date to return to in-person worship. We are not planning on having public services in the month of June. Now, in the coming weeks, you may hear of other churches in town or other Episcopal churches in our diocese who are returning to in-person worship. We recognize that every church family is different, has different needs, and needs the ability to return when they are ready. We are continuing to develop a plan that is cautious, data-driven, grounded in science, and rooted in Christ's love for our neighbor. In terms of data, last week Bastrop County had its second highest number of cases since the virus arrived, which means for the time being the metrics are unfortunately headed in the right direction. However, some good news, I am planning to record this Sunday's service and sermon in the sanctuary for the first time since late March, which is an important step to returning to in-person worship. I know this time of exile and unfamiliarity has been hard on each of us in different ways. For some, it is still too soon to contemplate returning to worship. Others have been wondering why the church building and services haven't opened yet. I encourage us all to assume the best of each other and to be understanding, remembering that there is no playbook for this that we can simply pull off the shelf and look at. This gift of time does allow us to do some meaningful spiritual work. No matter how you view the virus, all of us have lost things over the last number of months. So I'd like to encourage you to do a simple practice this week. Take a piece of paper or your journal and make a list of all the things you have lost due to this virus and the resulting quarantine. It could be vacations, visits with family, seeing children or grandchildren, graduation, birthday parties, anniversary celebrations, seeing friends at church, receiving communion, your sense of security, your freedom to go when and where you want, when you want. And as you make the list, remember that no loss is too small. This is not the grief Olympics. No one gets a gold medal. Then I invite you to just make your list and sit with it for 5 minutes or so. Let the list and the loss sink in. And then offer it all to God, who delights in taking what is lost and offering reconciliation, restoration, and healing. This will be a helpful step in our collective journey back together. Yesterday, the church celebrated Trinity Sunday, the day when we reflect on what it means to be both one and three, both diverse and united. And so as we begin this season of ordinary time, may we grow through our grief, loss, and fear into a community of love, understanding, and peace.